Since 1974, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center has been serving South Texas communities for a number of very good reasons, some more obvious than others.
My name is Private First Class Adrian Garcia, and I was in Ramadi, Iraq. And during a normal routine patrol, I was a machine gunner, and we got hit by a rocket-propelled grenade. I didn't see it coming because it was just so fast. I just remember falling to the bed of the truck and then trying to get up to return fire, and I couldn't. And I remember touching my leg and seeing all this like stark black blood. I lost both my legs in the attack, and because of that, I needed to receive blood. Had it not been for the blood that I received, I probably wouldn't be here today.
I'm Kim, and this is my daughter Arden, and Arden is 5 years old. And a year ago in September, Arden was diagnosed with ALL, which is leukemia. People who are going through chemo and cancer treatment, they would never reach their goal of a cure or a remission if they didn't have blood. It just wouldn't happen.
Every day, countless children and adults are faced with medical procedures requiring blood transfusions. Whether for red blood cells, platelets, or other blood components, they all share the need for life-saving blood. Collected from the community through our donor rooms and mobile blood drives, donated blood and blood components are brought to our labs where they are processed, tested, stored, and ultimately shipped to over 100 hospitals and clinics throughout San Antonio and South Texas. In accordance with national and international regulatory standards, donated blood undergoes meticulous processing in which packing slips are validated, donor records are reviewed, and each unit is prepared for the components lab, where it is separated into red blood cells and plasma. Once processed, the prepared units of blood are stored and ready for shipment 24/7 to area hospitals. Each year, more than 36,000 people are diagnosed with life-threatening blood diseases. For them, bone marrow or stem cell transplants may be the only hope. Roughly 30% of these patients find a match within their families. The remaining 70% must search for donors. It is for this population that the Be the Match program of South and Central Texas exists. Through this program, when a likely match is identified, we contact potential donors and guide them step by step through the donation process. To improve donor availability, we also conduct registration drives, educating potential donors and encouraging them to join the National Registry. Each unit of blood brought to the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center is first tested by our affiliate, Qualtex Laboratories, one of the largest blood testing labs in the United States. At Qualtex, the blood is analyzed to determine type and carefully tested for the presence of such viruses as HIV, hepatitis C, hepatitis B, and West Nile. In order to ensure the safety of the blood we distribute, the testing performed by Qualtex is absolutely paramount. In addition to our life-saving blood services, since 1994, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center has provided the only accredited full-service transplant tissue program in Texas. Through this program, we collect, process, and store life-enhancing human tissue for transplant. From the bone, skin, heart valves, veins, ligaments, and tendons collected, thousands of tissue graft components are distributed to Texas hospitals each year. Of course, when it comes to tissue donation, of utmost concern to us are the families of our donors. With them in mind, we created the Bereavement Education and Support Task Force to provide grief support, community education, and professional training. To date, thousands of families have benefited from this service, and by extension, countless tissue recipients. Cord blood is the blood that remains in the placenta after a baby is born. simply discarded in years past, this blood is rich in blood-producing cells, which can be used to treat certain cancers and fatal blood disorders. Managed by the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, the Texas Cord Blood Bank was established to collect, test, and preserve for transplantation this very special blood. Listed on the National Registry, we're connected to transplant centers throughout Texas, the United States, and beyond, providing life-saving cord blood to patients in need around the globe.
He was 4 years old when he was diagnosed, 10 days before his 5th birthday. And some of his symptoms were being lethargic, not wanting to be a normal kid running around the house or running around the yard. He would curl up in a ball on the couch, and when they did the blood test, they called us that night and told us that it's possible he has leukemia. After about 2 treatments of chemotherapy, that did not work, and so what we had decided with the doctors was to do a cord blood stem cell transplant. In 2007, that was the 5-year mark of the transplant, and at that point, that's when they consider him cured. You never know if it's going to happen to you until it happens. And that's when you finally realize, okay, this is what this is for. This is what people are donating for.
I guess the very first symptom was I had a really bad backache. It turned out later I had 2 tumors growing in my spine. It was non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in the 4th stage. And when they told me about the transplant, they only gave me a 20% chance. I don't even want to imagine what it would have been like if that mother wouldn't have donated her umbilical cord. I'm just so grateful that somebody cared enough to donate and to bring my life back. I don't know how to be grateful enough.